Now, in this session, we are going to discuss about relative layout, that is second type of layout. In the past few sessions, we have understood how to use linear layout while designing the screens. Remember, most of the times, programmer should use linear layout to design the screens. It is strongly discouraged to use relative layout to design the screens. I will explain the reason in this session. Whenever programmer is given a screen design, first programmer should try to design that screen using linear layout. If it is not possible to design by using linear layout, as the last option only, programmer should use relative layout concept. First, let me write some important points related to relative layout. It is a predefined class of Android software, just like linear layout. Second point is, it can be used as a container to hold views and other layouts. Just like you can hold linear layout within another linear layout, similarly, you can hold linear layout or any other layout within relative layout. Okay, now here I have written the actual definition of relative layout. Relative layout is a container, we know it. Relative layout is used to hold or to contain views in relative position to each other. So that means in this container, you can hold child elements in relative position to each other. Let me explain what is the meaning of this relative position. Let us say I have a screen design like this, where I need a checkbox here on the left hand side top corner of my phone, and imagine that I need a text view below this checkbox and to the right side of this checkbox. Let us say this is the text view, and imagine that I need a button below this text view and to the right hand side of this text view. Let us say this is a button, and imagine that I need a radio button below this button and to the left hand side of this button, which looks like this. Now observe this screen design carefully. The position of radio button is completely depending on the position of the button. Similarly, the position of button is completely depending on the position of text view. That is, button should come below text view and to the right side of text view. Similarly, radio button should come below button and to the left hand side of the button, and so on. Such kind of positioning is called as relative positioning, where each element is depending on the position of the above element. In order to design such kind of screen, we should use relative layout, because such kind of designs are really difficult to design with linear layout. So in such kind of cases, we can go for relative layout. If you observe this design carefully, that is, this relative layout has one main problem, that is too much of dependency, because radio button position is depending on button position is depending on text view position is in turn depending on checkbox. You can imagine it is a kind of link of chains. You can imagine this design is something like chain with links, which looks like this. Let us say this is checkbox and this is text view, and there is a link between these two, because text view is below checkbox and to the right side of checkbox. Similarly, below text view we have button, so these two are linked up, and again below button we have radio button, so these two are linked up. So it looks like chain of links. Now imagine what will happen if I want to move this checkbox to this position. Since text view is depending on checkbox, when you move checkbox to the downwards, text view will automatically come to this position. Since button is depending on text view, button will come to this position. That means it is almost impossible to move only checkbox, because there are lot of links here. So this is the biggest disadvantage of relative layout. It can easily corrupt your design. So let me write the problem with relative layout. Future screen modifications are really difficult. Nowadays, once you release the project, client may come up with a new design and a client may ask you to modify the design. So in that case, the future modifications will be really difficult if you use relative layout. For example, client may ask you insert a new button here. but already this button is depending on this text view. So when you insert a new button, what will happen to these two chains? We don't know. Or let us say client may ask you to move this text view below the radio button. So automatically when you move this text view below the radio button, both these elements which are depending on the text view, radio button is depending on button and button is depending on text view. So when you move this below, automatically both the elements will be moved downward direction. Which means not only deletion, even if you want to insert new element, that is also difficult. Even if you want to move the existing element also, that is also really difficult. That's why I told you using relative layout is strongly discouraged. Whenever you are given a screen design, preferably try to design with linear layout. If it is really not possible, as a last option, go for relative layout. Now, just like linear layout will come with some properties, that is orientation property and weight property. Similarly, relative layout has 4 important properties. Though it has many properties, but I will be emphasizing only 4 properties. Only for understanding purpose, I am explaining about relative layout, but in our all ongoing sessions, I will be using linear layout only. There are 4 important relative layout properties. First one is below, that is Android : below. Second property is Android : above. Third property is to left of, that is to the left side of, Android : to left of. And fourth property is to right of, that is to the right side of. These 4 are most frequently used properties in relative layout. For example, if you observe this text view, for this text view, we will use 2 properties, that is below checkbox and to right of checkbox. For this radio button, we will use 2 properties, below button and to left of button, because the position of this radio button is to the left side of the previous button. Let me explain these 4 properties directly using Android Studio. Let me design the same screen by using Android Studio. Now I will create a new studio project. I have taken application name as relative layout example. Next, finish. By default, activity XML root element will be relative layout. Remember, even in the interviews also, if somebody asks what is the problem with relative layout, you have to explain in terms of this chain links. If I move one view, automatically all the links or all the child elements will be moved along with this parent link. Now, in order to design this screen in the Android Studio, there are 2 options. Either you can open directly graphical user interface and you can simply drag and drop these 4 elements, or else you can open text perspective and directly with the text perspective also you can use these 4 properties to design the screen. First I will show by using a graphical user interface. First let me show you how to design that screen by using a design perspective. I will delete this existing text view. I will maximize this screen design. First we want checkbox, drag and drop checkbox. Now we need a text view below checkbox and to the right hand side of checkbox. I will take, let us say, a small text view. When you are dragging and dropping, you can observe 2 green color arrow marks, one arrow mark pointing towards left side and one arrow mark pointing towards upside. Release it. You can observe when I click this, there is one arrow mark here which says this view is positioned relative to above view position. So that's why it is called as relative layout, because child elements will be positioned based on the relative positioning. As I told you while explaining, for this text view, relative layout would have used 2 properties, below checkbox and to the right hand side of checkbox. If you open text perspective, go to text view, observe here layout below checkbox and to the right of checkbox. This checkbox is the ID of checkbox. Observe, the ID of checkbox is checkbox. Even if you remove this end of property, nothing will happen. Still it will be positioned at the same place. Let me open design perspective. Still it is there only. Now I need a button. You have to move to correct position. I want that button to be below text box and to the right hand side of text box, and release it there. You can observe one arrow mark which says it is having relative positioning with text view. If I open text perspective, see this button property below text view and to the right hand side of text view. This end of property is not required again. You can remove unnecessary properties which are not required. Similarly, let me take a radio button here. So you have to observe the arrow marks carefully. Check the property below button. Here it is showing two different properties. In fact, I can remove this manually. We need a radio button to be below button and to the left hand side of button. So just type select to left of property. It should be left hand side of button. So you have to give button ID. Here you have to specify button ID. That's it. It will be positioned correctly. Observe. So this is positioned relative to this button. This is positioned relative to this text view, and he is positioned relative to this checkbox. Hence it is called as relative layout. Now I will show you how easy to corrupt your screen design. Let us say now I will move this checkbox here. Now automatically all the links will be moving downwards. If I move this text view here, button is depending on the text view and radio button is depending on the button. So all the two elements will be moved. So the button and radio button will also be moved. Observe. That's why I told you don't use relative layout for designing your screens. Rather than dragging and dropping, though it looks like it is very easy to design the screen by simply drag and drop, I strongly recommend don't use drag and drop. It is only for early stage developers. Now you already become professional Android developers. You should always go to text perspective. You should use only linear layout and you have to type manually. Whenever you have doubt, you can open preview and cross check whether your design is coming correctly or not. So I hope you understood. Let us say I don't want to drag and drop. Let me remove all four elements. Without drag and drop also, I can create same screen design. Let me show you. First I will take checkbox, width wrap content, height wrap content. I will give some ID as checkbox 1, and I will give some text as checkbox 1. Now I want a text view below that. I will take a text view, width wrap content, height also wrap content, and I will give some ID, that is text view 1 with some text. Let us say welcome. Now I want this text view should be below checkbox and to the right hand side of checkbox. Now observe here carefully. It looks like one on top of each other. Now I will move the text view to the below checkbox and to the right hand side of checkbox by using two of these properties, below property and to left of and to right of property. Just place cursor here, use below, layout below. I want this to be below checkbox. So select checkbox. It will come below checkbox, and then use to right of, right hand side of. You have to specify @ +ID checkbox 1. Automatically it is moved. Like that you can manually write the code also. Similarly, button code, width wrap content, height also wrap content. Give some ID. For example, button 1 and text button. I want this button to be below text view. What is the ID of text view? Text view 1. So you have to specify below text view 1. So it will understand, it will move to below text view 1. and I want to the right hand side of text view 1. So I will use to right of property. You don't have to type properties completely. Even if you use small word also, intelligence window will help you. Select this to the right hand side of text view, that is text view 1. So automatically it will be moved accordingly. Similarly, radio button, width wrap content, height also wrap content, some ID, let us say radio 1. You can give ID as anything, and a text radio, it should come below button 1. What is the ID of a button? The ID of a button is button 1. So these IDs plays important role in giving relative positioning. Without IDs, it is not possible to place in relative positioning. I will use layout below property. I want below button 1, and I want to the left hand side of, that is immediate left hand side of button 1. So it will be moved accordingly. Remember, when I say left hand side, this entire portion is called as left hand side, but it will take immediate left hand portion of button 1. But it will take immediate left hand portion of button 1. I hope you understood how to use relative layout.